And hold on, I want to take this time seriously.
Yeah.
For the people on the TikTok.
Yeah. Let's talk TikTok.
TikTok.
Do we do a TikTok segment, right?
Some of the Kenyans on TikTok are some of the most sensitive people I've ever seen or experienced in my life. And I mean that with no type of disrespect at all.
Yeah.
But like the amount of comments that we received from our experience that were like, yeah, that's just the coast. What do you expect? Or like, no, these things shouldn't be the norm.
Yeah,
I shouldn't. The coast isn't just tourism.
Yeah.
I understand that it has been built in that way, but it shouldn't be. It's not the only thing.
It's Kenya.
It's Kenya.
It's still your country.
It's Kenya,
Yeah.
So you telling me that like, so you don't have 100 shillings to just buy the coconut?
No, I have, because for me, if you ask me that, it's like, I have it.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm not going to buy that coconut. I'm not buying it.
If I don't want to buy something, I have the right.
Yeah, you don't be pressured to buy just because yes, I do have 100 shillings, but
So
just
people
for something
telling me,
else.
people saying things like that, or like, you have to go with a Kenyan friend. Yo, that alone, that shouldn't be the norm.
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be okay for me to just come to this country and not just be a regular human, which is something that I was going back and forth with in the comments with people. Is that, I just want to feel like a regular human being walking around. I don't want to feel like I am an ATM.
And someone said, what did they say about, why should they care about how you feel and your insecurities about? And I was like,
What insecurities?
What insecurity? Me
what do you
wanting
mean?
to be human and care. Like, why are you expressing your insecurities on the internet then, or how you feel about it on the internet? If
hold
you
on.
want to be human, you should see my.
What was the comment about? Because I know, like, I didn't even want to go through like all the comments because I didn't want to base like the conversation around those comments because now that's just giving light to the wrong people.
For sure.
I just wanted to know you guys, but just what are craziest comments that you actually just saw and you're like, what? And the worst part about TikTok, when somebody's saying that, they have their profile open. They want you to see them. You can actually go to their profile.
You go see everything they're doing.
This is an actual human being. It's just like nobody hiding. They don't care
at all.
So what are the craziest, like maybe comments that just shocked you and you're like, why would somebody ask me this?
First of all, this one was the craziest one. It's not the simplest one, but to me, this guy telling me, leave us alone and go home. First of all, my guy, you are not immigration. You are not immigration. I'm going to put that out.
That's true.
First of all, and I got 2 passports, bro. I can stay here as long as I want to. Truly, you cannot tell me go home because you do not represent the majority of this country. I just want to put that out there, bro. Because that's the one that really, I'm looking at this, man.
You pinned that one, like, I think on a video that you did,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm literally like, wow.
But you shouldn't take, I wouldn't take, like at this point, I don't take anybody who says anything negative on TikTok. I'll see it.
Yeah.
I can feel bad, but I won't give light to it because I'm just like, now, come on.
Yeah.
Because, there's some people who are just a bit ridiculous.
The only ones I had responded to based off of, because the first video, again, this was my first viral video. I mean, it's still like under 30K, but that was way more than I've ever gotten in my life. So, and it was the one
Kenyans
about
like, once your video is pushed on the For You page, you're getting those reactions.
Yeah, they've been coming. So it was the one about being happy about seeing people that looked like me on the advertisements.
Billboards,
and I thought it was a positive video, which it was.
It was.
But my comments,
they
were just like, girl, like, what did you expect? You came to Kenya. What is supposed to be on the advertisement? And I'm like, have you literally been anywhere else in the world?
Oh, shit.
But then I realized that, again, people hadn't. I was like, you haven't been to America. I was learning through my comments as well. I was like, y'all don't even consider yourself black.
Nope.
Until you leave the country. And I'm like, I had to grow up being black.
Yeah.
I had to grow up being a minority. That don't exist in this country. Y'all all Kenyan. Like, to an extent. But you know what I mean? Like, it was like I grew up, people telling me, you are the minority.
Yeah.
You are black. You are different. You are beneath. You are this. My whole life. So coming here, that was inspiring and motivating. And to see my comments with Kenyan people.
But that's why, in fact, like I'll even just give you like sorry to just cut you off, but let me just put it like into context. And that's why, like, I'm always telling like even like a lot of my friends, even like how you pronounce your words at times, people laugh at each other because maybe somebody from a different tribe like talks differently. But I'm always like, you can do that now, but until you take a plane and travel, Go to a country where people looking at you weird. Yeah. Land in Italy. Land in just Barcelona, where people can actually see that you're actually a black person. You're a nigger. Yeah. Let's just say that.
Period.
And they can show it to you with your eyes, or you just stand next to people and they move to the side.
Yeah.
And once you come back home, all that ignorance and everything, like you just start calling people, you will start respect and appreciating your own people. Because once you're out there, people will let you know you do not belong here.
You're in a bubble. I'm realizing, from my comments, I'm like, wow, y'all are in this beautiful brown bubble.
Yep.
And you don't realize how people outside that look like you are treated, that when you go back to America, like you said, you will be a nigga like me.
Yes.
They're not going to say, oh, you're Kenyan, you're this, you're that. No, they group us all together. Yeah. All of us that look completely different are all going to be the same person in America.
You're all thieves. You're all, all the stereotypes that they pick, they'll fit you in that box, and that's how you'll be treated. So, that's just from people who haven't really been exposed to a lot. And that's why they would react that way. But if you've been out there and you were treated like a minority, you had a bad experience, maybe in a restaurant, somebody gave you a side eye or something, come on.
And that was the point that you made about the coast, and our relationship to white people as African Americans is so drastically different as well. I've realized from Africans.
Completely
because
different.
we...
Yeah.
In America, we
because you have people who've lost
few white friends.
People who've lost lives. Your brother is taken away from you. Your mother, your dad goes to work.
People
does not come back. So
yesterday,
it's completely different. Yeah.
Not years ago when colonization happened. Today,
and
this
it keeps
is happening regularly.
It's still happening.
Karens are calling cops on people, and little children are being shot and killed right now in America because of their skin color.
Yeah.
So I know that that's not your experience, and the cops ain't out here shooting y'all.
Yeah.
But in America, that is happening to us. So when we come here, and you're treating white people better than us, or all of these things. It's dang. That's when I look at it. I'm like, dang. In America, we call that there's a negative. We have lots of negative terms for us, but they call it house niggas.
Oh yeah.
Because back in the day, usually the light skinned people,
nigga who used to be in the house. Yeah.
And they would be the snitch. They'd be the ones cuddling up to the masters and telling them the stuff that's happening with the slaves. They can have tea with
the master, and then they can just snitch on everybody else.
And here it's all in
Wait, here they're handing them
land.
Their own land.
Land.
Like here.
The coast.
Oh yeah. I know.
And I had discussions with the boda drivers about this exact fact. I was like, what do you guys feel about the foreigners owning so much land in the country? Oh, it's great. The tourism. And I was like,
but you see, now even that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. It's not even because people they've gone to school there, so it's not a thing about not being educated.
Yeah.
Where else in this world can you go and just buy land as a foreigner? It doesn't matter whether you're black or white, but you're from a different country and just buy and settle there. You can't.
You can't.
No, it's
even
hard.
start a business.
In Thailand?
Just opening a shack. Can you even just open a shack 50%. And start even selling jewelry and stuff?
The owner of the Thai business has to feel 51% Thai.
Yep.
51% Thai.
So in Kenya, it's...
Because they want money now.
Yeah.
And it's I feel like that's some education that might be lacking, is that the financial literacy, or just the future thinking of that. Yeah. Okay, you get 10 million shillings right now, but that Italian that just bought your mom's property is about to get 10 million every month.
Yeah.
From posting their resort or whatever on their property.
What's the name? I've forgotten the name.
Gentrification?
No. They have a black tax thing where because people were treated badly. And then now you're being
reparations.
Yes.
It's the opposite.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at y'all what are you doing? Yeah. Stop selling this land to these people.
But you see, if the government approves it, because there is nowhere can you buy land in Thailand?
You can,
but
again, it has to be
50%.
And you can get lawyers that can do 2 Thai people own 25, but a Thai person is always going to own. And then you pay taxes for 100 years. So it's you can own it, but it's always going to be within the countries.
I have some white friends in the city, so I'll ask them how, because at times and I think also if you have a nice group of diverse friends, at times you just talk, and at times because it's normal, but once you go to a different demography, people look at people different, because now we have Somalis in Kenya. I have Somali friends. We have Arabs in Kenya, Indians. I have all those friends as well. have white friends, Korean friends, but you'll notice like once you get out of like that circle, now you have to deal like with your locals, like people like, who you grew up with and everything, but nobody will have the same opinion on someone who looks different, especially if they haven't interacted with them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But if you're in Kenya, and somebody is like your friend, they also talk to you differently.
Yeah.
They understand where you're coming from. We can joke about things, but there's some jokes I can't throw around some certain people, man. Because like, I have Somali friends, I can make some certain jokes with them. There's somewhere I cannot make that joke. Come on.
Right.
Hey, I mean, that just be the last thing that would come to my mind. But like we've just said, like it's very weird, especially when someone who looks like you makes you feel like that.
Yeah.
Because it's very unfortunate.
Yeah. It's sad.
Because you're
really
black
sad.
people.
Yeah.
You're black
really
people.
sad, bro.
And you literally in the comment section, you're battling.
People that look like me.
Yeah. When in the States, it would be like
White
Karen,
people.
white people,
We
and
had
black
one.
people.
We had
Man,
one in the
you do?
messages.
There was one white girl.
Everybody was arguing with her, to be fair, but she
Where?
was a
Where?
Canadian, French
From
Canadian
from a
girl.
Kenyan post?
From that post, she was not
Okay.
welcomed at all in this post.
Uh-huh.
Being a Canadian French girl, I don't know why you thought you needed to comment in the first place.
What was that comment?
It was very disrespectful.
Like-
She was she was doing it on purpose. I feel like at some
Yeah.
point she was just like, "We're gonna treat you the same way. You expect people to have." The one that made me mad was that she was like, "It's crazy going to a country and basically that we go to foreign countries." White countries is what she called them, and expect diversity in advertisements. But then we go to Africa and then they don't have diversity. They don't have white people on billboards.
Well, where does... Okay,
I said,
come
girl,
on. First of all, like...
it just didn't make sense at all.
No,
okay?
that's just like...
Everybody
that's,
in the comments.
you
She
have-
had
you have to
time.
be a-
She had
yeah,
time
she
that
had
day
to be a
because
troll,
she kept
'cause-
going for hours.
Oh, like
with
bad-
everybody back and forth, just putting out just not slurs, but like
But that
just
wouldn't
disrespect to
but
people.
it wouldn't apply anywhere to put a white person in a Kenyan building.
It makes no sense.
It just...
But that's
for
what she
you-
kept saying was like, "Oh, America's a white country, so why would we put black people on the screen?" Girl,
I mean, yeah, that's...
there was many times I wanted to go through the phone and just.
But also, you also have to understand, like, even the black thing, at times where it doesn't make any sense, because the most influential people and just culturally that affect, like, most parts of the world is Black American culture.
Literally.
Comes from music,
Fashion. Artwork,
Literally
everything.
everything that you can think
We're
of.
like,
Slang,
bro, we're
the
literally
words.
the creators of everything.
It's tied into a black person somehow. Even if you go back to inventions, things that were invented and everything, it's still attached to black people somehow. So like I would never understand, but I think it's just getting exposed to different things why it puts your mind in a very different level. Maybe because I've even now at times I even try and just think, was I like that stupid when I was slightly younger, or maybe, and I kind of have to just take myself back. Like,
We all were.
Like maybe I was just that dumb by the way, because at times when people talk and you're just like, what?
You don't learn world history is what I also learned in general in the world, every country. In America, when we're young, everybody was Chinese that was Asian.
Oh yeah.
Everybody that's Latin is
true.
Mexican.
Yeah.
So it was like when I went to Asia and now I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've been there 6 years. I can point, I know if somebody's Korean, Vietnamese, Japanese. I can tell by the features of their face, by how they speak. Immediately in America, they will still call somebody Chinese.
But it will also
They
change
still
your
call people
mindset. though, right?
African in America.
Oh, yeah, true.
There's no Kenya, no Nigeria.
No, yeah.
African.
It's all Africans. It's all
Legit.
It's African, Chinese, and Mexican. Which two countries in one continent.
Yeah.
People are so ignorant in that way. So I'm like, if I know that my own people are like that. And when I was younger, absolutely, I didn't know any better either. We don't
I
learn
think so.
these things. But as we become adults, with all this access to freaking Google and
Especially
TikTok.
internet. And that's what I'm saying. Like now there's no excuse because
reason
we
to be
have
ignorant.
like, you can just type anything on TikTok. You'll be educated about it. Like how, like let's say you're planning to travel and you'll just want to know like the best cities to travel in this country. The least racist district or province or place I can go and visit and have a good experience. The most racist place I should avoid when I'm going to a certain country. So all those things, like you can just, they exist. The information is there. Just pure ignorance if you don't want to. But it's unfortunate that that has happened to you guys. But just understand, like Kenya is a very, very beautiful place.
Also,
those are just a few people who
Yeah.
would want to make you feel like.
We've had some beautiful
We want to
experience.
point that out. That like, this experience for us.
Oh
has-
shit! I need to get up now.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
talk about the good experience.
So-
just keep rolling.
Yeah, we just want to put this out there. It has not been all bad here. Like, we feel so proud to have made it to this country, to be the first country that we visit in Africa. Like, for us, that is huge. I am the first person in my family to make it all the way to Africa. She's same for her. So for us, it's like the moment we arrived here, we were like, yo, this is fucking amazing. We're like, this is so good. And we have met awesome people. Like, we've had some really good experiences here.
We literally made history, like, for our ancestors, for our generation, for our lineage. We are coming back to the place that we were taken from, you know? And that's just wild. Like, I don't even, again, like I keep telling him this, like, this trip, we have not fully even been able to process. Like, it's going to take a few months.
Okay, so let me just switch the memory card, and then we can at least now wind up with like another 30 minutes, probably.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we've already done like an hour, 30 minutes already. Yes. So let's do another 30 minutes.
Let's do it.
Take out some comments. You see, such a white thing to do. He's just typing when people are trying to have a conversation, a serious conversation about the motherland.
Nah, so somebody's like, you know when you know something and somebody's trying to like tell you something else? It's like this guy just asked on this like type.
First of all, you know we're already rolling, right?
Oh.
we can go back there. Just in case you overshare something you're not supposed to share.
No. It's about, this guy just posted and asked in a visa group in Thailand, like, I want to get a new passport. He was saying that it takes like 45 days or something. And I'm like, no, it takes 14 like 10 to 14 days or whatever. And he's like, no, it takes and I'm like, no.
But I know. Like, I know what I'm telling you. Yeah. I just
Bro, you know the amount of passports I've gotten since I've been in Thailand? Like at least 4. Literally. For multiple reasons, but
we don't need to get to that. We don't need to get to that. Okay, so now, wait, where were we?
Talking about just like
positive experiences.
Positive experiences that you've had, like even just now in
so
Kenya, we can say that.
My friend Bevan from university, we studied together. She's Kenyan.
Yeah.
But she lives in the States, and she's the one that recommended. She put us in connection with her cousin, Dowdy. He owns a streetwear brand called Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis or Metamorphosized? Metamorphosized. And I don't know if you know.
Just go on.
What's it called? There's like an art space in Kilimani. And they have like a collective of artists that all are like working out of this one space called Studio 18. And so the other one, Nairobi Apparel District.
Yeah.
Is the other guys. Yeah. So there's a bunch of them that are basically in the streetwear and like scene in Nairobi. And we went to go hang out with them and meet them just randomly. She was like, you should go meet my cousin. She connected us. We met him. He introduced us to a lot of his friends, and we got to go to some different events that were hosted by different, like artists here and fashion and like people in the fashion industry here. And that was super.
That was the coolest thing.
That was so cool.
You see, nobody asked you for money. Did anybody ask you? Did anybody try to sell you anything?
Not at all.
Exactly.
Everyone was so friendly, so kind.
Yeah.
We actually made friends. We're hanging out with some of them this weekend, and like they were just really cool and just really trying to like. Also change Kenya, change Nairobi, show that streetwear can be popular here, and that like they're just some of the most creative people we saw. When we went into this party, I was just like, wow, everybody fly. Everybody's just like, we're like, okay, these are the people. These are our people. So when we were on the coast, we were like, we just wanted to go back. Because, okay, where did we feel the most comfortable? One, Nairobi's not hot. 2, it was the fact that we actually connected with people while we were here. We actually had good conversations with people, got to know people and their story while we were here. And we were like, we want to go back to Nairobi and just go hang out with those people again. If we're only going to be in Kenya this long, that's who we want to be, kicking it with for the last couple of weeks.
Another thing that, again, this is fueling the tourism in this country, but a dream come true, the safari.
Oh, wow.
Have you done it?
Yes.
The one in Nairobi.
We did hear the one in Nairobi.
The national park.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Nice.
Wow.
How was
Again, this is tourism, but the 7 to 10-year-old in me could not believe what was happening.
Really?
We were overwhelmed.
I think it's
like
crazy because at times we just don't even think about it because I live 5 minutes from there.
Bro. So
You've never experienced that, right?
Bro,
every animal we've seen has been in a cage.
Yeah. Oh,
Hence
yeah.
the reason maybe we was vegan. It's sad. You see animals and it's always horrible.
Yeah, true.
But
true.
to see rhinos,
lions. We saw lions.
bro, just to see them just out there frolicking and shit, hanging out.
Baboons.
That I think for me, this is like the peak of existence. I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful that I got to experience that and that we have these memories.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these animals are not going to be here in, I don't know, 15, 20 years, 30 years, and I got the opportunity to experience that in a car, you know what I mean? Even though I don't agree with the way that these safaris are
necessarily
ran. Yeah, like I think it's fucking crazy.
The cars like following the animals and stuff.
Yeah,
bro,
like hitting people, like hitting each other up constantly.
And you got 20 cars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like 20. Okay.
And the other one, the
that is crazy.
Masamara, I don't know. I felt so uncomfortable about that one too.
Which one?
That one's the most popular one, the Masamara.
Would they have like lots of vans?
But there's also like the people there are also like a tourist attraction. And that's really weird to me too, because I've also talked to some Kenyans like that's not even the real village, like in many ways. So it's also, there were certain things we were trying to find we wanted to do it, but trying to find as sustainable as we could, and.
Wait, hold on. You hear that?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I thought it was like the microphone.
No, that's outside. That's outside. No. That's outside. No.
But either way, it was a really cool experience. Like,
I've seen his face. He's like, what?
The
producer in you is like, yo, you ruined the whole fucking video.
I'm like,
the whole audio is done.
But wow,
so the safari. But I think
awesome.
now for the safari experience, if you want that thing where like cars are not like just trying to chase like the animals and stuff, we have a way. If you have like your own car where you can now just drive slowly and just drive to places where you can just go park and just wait for certain animals. You just look at lions, maybe feasting, and then drive to a different place and then just chill. But if you're in the whole van, like the tourist van kind of.
Yeah.
Now there are those people, they just like, and then they have people given like, we want to take pictures of these animals.
Yeah.
So they'll be constantly chasing certain, and that's why they're on walkie-talkies and stuff.
Yeah. Which is fucking crazy, because I remember we got there and
it was chill.
we was driving nice. It was early in the morning. It was about 6:50 or 7 in the morning. It was real chill. We got to see these rhinos as the sun is like coming up and shit.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, my guy starts whipping the car, bro. Mind you, we don't know what the fuck is going on.
What's going on? Oh, he's just driving.
He's just driving so
But we knew it had to be
fast,
something
bro.
good because wow.
And we stopped to see some giraffes, so that was fucking awesome. And then next thing you know, we drive and we see these lions walking, bro.
Yeah.
And that was the craziest fucking thing. Like,
I could feel my heart just like. And they're not even like the biggest lions, or like but it was like, yo, them things is powerful.
Yeah.
The way they walk, like they own the ground beneath them, but in a beautiful way, where like they just knew they were like the king of this, thing.
The craziest part about like even just with the lions and stuff, like there are neighborhoods that now on the opposite side of the national park, at times like lions do walk out and stray to residential areas.
We heard that.
So now they have to call like the what are they called? The guards to come and like kind of like now just take them back to
We
nature.
had to tip the guards. Do you remember?
You did?
We had to tip the guards. We didn't have to, but
they took us.
it was
Did he ask?
cool.
Did he ask?
Yeah, they literally asked, and it was so weird. I
Now,
was
Straightforward.
if you ask, then that you don't deserve it.
'Cause I
Because if you
also
just
asked them,
do
"Why
good
you
service,
here?"
somebody's gonna like just tip you.
I was like, why are you here? Because we stopped, for bathroom or something like that.
Yeah.
And they took us on like a little walk. And I was like, why y'all got
A
these
nature
big
walk.
guns?
Yeah.
Which is just also odd in Kenya. The gun sizes,
Oh wait, go ahead.
the size of the guns in the country
Yeah.
that the cops carry.
But they don't use them. though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? In America,
It's-
it's a hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the cops pull, shoot. I'm like, y'all gonna have to
I think
do a
for-
lot to shoot somebody.
For Kenya, if they're coming if they
like
need
to
to
scare
shoot
people.
to gun down someone, like you have to have done like something really crazy. But otherwise, like the guns are just there to like tell you like, yo, you already know what's up. If you're trying if that's what you're trying to do, but they just don't shoot people. Like that's just not a thing that they do. They wrestle you down.
Thank God.
Unlike now, you're coming from an experience where like just even trying to take out your ID, or driving license that you've already been,
or mass shootings happen all the time in America.
So, of course,
you
America
can just go to
is
the
just
shop,
crazy with the guns. So
so that's also which the Kenyan TikTok dragged me to.
About what?
I made a post about the SGR because I thought it was really cool because we went on it, but we saw elephants on the way back because you go through Savo East, and that was incredible. That was awesome. So many elephants on the way back. But on the way there, I just said, like, I was like, wow, the security is quite excessive. I've never had security that intense. And mind you, I come from a country where we have mass shootings. Yeah. We've had terrorist attacks. We have shootings all the time. Yeah. And they were still mad at me at that. Well, it's excessive because Somalia and because this and because that. And I was just like, yo, this is the only place that y'all got all this stuff. Yeah. Like,
but
what
I
you
think
mean?
It's probably either just protocol, because especially like just with the SGR, it's a project that was adapted in Kenya, but they still have to kind of pay back like the China. Yeah. So I think, of course, that's like was probably mandatory part of like just like the contract and everything. Make sure everything is on point, because if we're doing this for you, you have to pay us back. Yeah. So,
which it was very efficient. That thing left on the dot.
On the dot, right?
It arrives on the dot. It was never late. No African time, no CP time. No. I was like, wow, okay.
And then also people also need to understand, like, when somebody's just expressing like what they are experiencing, they're telling you their personal experience. They're not attacking you, because I didn't see any videos of you guys like attacking anyone or saying anything bad.
Never.
If it was me, I'd have a list of so many things to say, complain about and everything. But you guys just used a very nice and gentle approach. Even just you asking, like, where do you get fruits here? It's a legit, genuine question, because if you're in Coast and you're walking around, any of my friends, they know I love my meals with like just greens. We literally go to the first restaurant, no greens. Second restaurant, no greens. No fruits, no greens. I understand completely what you're saying. Yeah. And I'm not a tourist.
Yeah.
I'm not a tourist. Come on. I'm not coming from I'm from here. And even that's something in Coast. Not unless now you go to like the big supermarkets, you can be able to have a variety where you can spoil yourself and like make yourself a salad. Yeah. You can't make yourself a salad in Watamu. Yeah. How?
Oh no.
Impossible.
There was nothing.
Just coconuts,
no lettuce,
beans, mahamri, and what else? Typically just the basic things that they they won't have like any other options for you. Also, like now another thing that I also have just to touch on, like when you guys are like just